Hey again. Okay. Yeah. Anybody who was following wanting to see the finished product here. Yeah, sorry, I've been a bit busy with other things, but basically I just lost interest because of the whole COVID BS. I bought the bike to ride interstate, from Tassie up to northern New South Wales, because the bike I had previously wasn't really suitable. And as I said in other videos, I decided to make some highway pegs because I've had operations on my knees and things, and I was finding I was getting cramped knees, and it didn't have a back issue like the previous bike or issue with hands or anything. So the highway pegs were necessary. Anyway, point I actually wanted to make is that I've gone to a whole lot of trouble making fiberglass, remaking the fairing out of fiberglass to suit the leg cutaways and the holes for the highway pegs. But and part of that was, of course, the fairing was already broken anyway. But on hindsight, and there's always a whole lot of hindsight. I make things and then think of a better way of doing it or a way of improving it afterwards. But you could possibly do this a whole lot simpler just by cutting out this square boxy part of the fairing that stops you putting your legs down there. You could cut it out and get, we have to get the same sort of plastic, but you don't have to buy a couple of bits of broken fairing from the bike wreckers or something else, and you've got the same type of plastic. So, but yeah, you could cut out these boxy bits and just put some other pieces in there and weld it into the plastic. Plastic welding is really quite simple. It's quite easy. I encourage anybody that's got broken fairings or wanting to change their fairings to have a go at it. There's not a lot to it. I actually bought a plastic welding kit. What's missing out of here is the wire brush because it's been getting used for other things. But I bought that, and then along with that you have to buy the gas soldering iron that goes with it, because this in itself doesn't actually have a heating device. And the soldering iron is not actually that good for soldering. It doesn't heat up that quick. It's hard to light. There are better soldering irons about. But yeah, you can do plastic welding just with a regular soldering iron. Like this kit comes with different types of plastic rods. But if you got another piece of fairing or something else, you can just cut strips out of it, and there's your rods. Which is probably better because you've already matched the type of plastic. That's one thing with plastic weld, you've got to match the plastic with the same type of plastic. And it comes with a bit of gauze mesh, which is pretty essential for joining it. But again, you can get that elsewhere as well. So yeah. Anyway, it's back into the shed here now because I'm going to get it finished, even though I still can't go interstate. I could. I don't get a lot of time to ride anyway because I got 3 disabled children and I'm always having to tend to. But there's still plenty of riding that can be done around Tassie, and if I can't get to go interstate, and I decide to sell the thing, well, it's not really worth much as it is sitting here like this unfinished, so I really need to get it finished anyway. The other thing with these STs, the fairing was so opaque you couldn't see through it, and I just cut the worst bit off the top, which was up about here somewhere. And I got a whole lot of buffeting on my helmet. It was really not good. I looked at fairings. Probably the cheapest I can get's about 200 and something. But I'm going to try just a lower fairing. I think, the buffeting, because what I left of the fairing was still quite high, and there was still a lip in it, and there's also vents in it here. So it was possibly causing the buffering. So what I'm going to try is I'm just going to go along to Bunnings and you can get plastic in sheets. It's about 2 mil thick, clear plastic. And I'm going to try just wrapping a bit on here and just finishing it up this level. And test it, see how it goes. Obviously I'm going to be getting a whole lot more wind, rain, everything on my face, but I don't really like looking through fairings anyway. I have enough issue with my vision as it is. So yeah, we'll try that and see how it goes. And the other thing I'm definitely going to do is I'm going to make up something to run along here, either just a plate or maybe a cone shape piece of something, just a bit of plastic, just to go up there, and that will hopefully take the wind off my hands and the rain. When I brought this down from northern New South Wales, it rained solidly, quite heavily actually, and strong winds for about 3/4 of the trip. And I had 2 sets of gloves with me, both got soaking wet, and my hands froze up. And eventually, well, about halfway, I pulled into a roadhouse to thaw out and get something to eat and have a smoke. And I saw some ski gloves, so I bought a pair of ski gloves, and that solved the water issue. They stayed dry and they stayed warm, but they don't offer any protection. So, but yeah, that's the solution if you're riding along with wet gloves. If you can grab a pair of ski gloves, or even carry a set with you when you get severe weather, that they work good. So, but yeah, I figured if I can fill in this corner across there, it should divert the wind and the rain off my hands. So that's one thing I'm definitely going to do. Anyway, once again, anybody who'd watched my previous videos, was following it, looking for a finished product, I'm sorry I didn't get back to it. Yeah, hopefully soon there'll be a finished video coming up. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.